Okay guys, welcome back. Intro to SolidWorks. Making tutorials today for you while we have roofers at the house tearing up our roof. And so if you saw my last video, I'm apologizing at the very start for all of the loud banging, crashing, and hammering sounds that you might hear in the background. Anyway, we're talking about lofts, and there were some examples in class that I wanted to go over. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go here to my right plane. I'm going to create a sketch on my right plane. And there's a number of you that we're talking about making a bracelet. And that's a circle. And I guess I was hoping to make an ellipse. Let's just delete that. Get my ellipse tool out here. And I'm going to click and drag an ellipse. Start with a nice fat ellipse like that. Go ahead and throw some dimensions on here. 4 inches, fine. Let's just make it 5. Let's make it like a giant's ellipse. Or a giant's bracelet. Okay, good. So now we have one sketch. It's on the right plane. I'm going to make another sketch on that same right plane. It's going to be another one right here. I'm just going to be hovering around here looking for this little guideline to tell me that I'm in line with the origin. Okay, escape. Okay, now, so here's what we've got. We've got our right plane, and we've got these 2 ellipses that are drawn both on the right plane. So now what we want to do is create a loft between them, and we want it to be a nice fluid arc between these 2. Transfer from this circle all the way to this little ellipse. All right. Well, in class I was talking about, well, we could use a guide curve, and that is an option, but it's very tricky to get it right. Guide curve has to be normal to both profiles. It needs to pierce both of these ellipses, and it takes too long to get it done right. And so I thought I would show you guys another example of how to bust this out. Okay? First, I'll show you what we get if we try to just do a straight ellipse between the 2. Sorry, a straight loft between the 2. First of all, we get this strange sort of zebra striped pattern here. We get this really weird looking thing over here. And it just overall does not seem like it's working. Okay? But we could go ahead and play around with some of the start and end constraints and see if we can get it worked out. We'll go here, normal to profile. We're going to look for that little arrow. Which direction is it pointing? The wrong one. Go here to our end constraint. Go normal to profile. Make sure those are both facing the right direction. We also want to make sure that this connection line here with these little green dots is facing or is landing on each ellipse in a similar way. So I'll hit the green checkbox, and the thing just fails. It just does not like that at all. So what's wrong with it? Who knows? Let's throw these things out to the side and see if it helps us at all a little bit. Green checkbox, fail again. The feature could not be created because it would produce self-intersecting geometry. Ugh, who cares? All right, so let's go ahead and do something else. Now what we know we want to do is we want to create a nice arc that's going to go in between these 2, but both these sketches are on the same plane. So why don't we take another plane and add a center profile to this arc so that it can hit here to a center profile and then arc down to define the bottom of the thing. So that's what we're going to do. Let's hover over our planes. We've got our top plane. Let's create a sketch on our top plane. And I'm going to go here and go normal to the top plane. I've got a sketch ready to go. I'm going to go over here from the origin, and I'm just going to pull out a nice ellipse like that. Okay. Exit out of that sketch, go back to 3D, and so now you see what we've got. We've got a start profile here, we've got a center profile here, and then we've got a bottom profile here. So let's see how that looks when we loft between those. Grab our loft tool, and we are going to loft right here to here. Did it work? There's 1, there's 2, and here's 3. Voila. Okay, so that has worked, and we have some work to do. When you first knock out a loft, it usually shows up kind of messed up. So the first thing we're going to look at is these little green dots, these little green connectors, and we want to line the connection point of these green dots on each one of these ellipses at a similar spot. So we've got kind of lower left corner here. This one's lower left, but this one, it looks like it's a little bit twisted. So I'll just throw that up there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, zoom in on that. All right. And this is why SolidWorks gives us this zebra stripe pattern on a loft originally, because these little connector lines here can twist and bend your shape, and it'd be really hard to tell that it was doing that. I mean, you could use the contour lines, but the zebra stripes give you a really clear understanding of how this form twists around as it lofts between each profile curve. And you can see if we twist them too far over, the whole thing just fails, so we got to twist that back to where it was. Okay, and so what we're looking for is this nice swoopy transition here, not something all twisted like this where it goes, but see where it looks like it's like a full-on twist there. We don't want that. We want this thing to be nice like this, nice straight zebra stripes all the way up and down. Okay, good. So we're happy with that, but still, if we look at the profile here of this connection point, it dives down such a sharp way, and we know that if we mirror this over, it's not going to look good. We're going to get this big peak right up here at the top, so we got to mess around with the start and end constraints to get them right. As we know, we now have a new default option, but we know direction vector hasn't been working for us, so let's just go normal to profile, and there it is. Voila. Now we need to define the end constraint. This is where our loft ends, so we'll just go here, normal to profile, and there it is. Voila. Hit that, and there we go. Now let's mirror this guy over. Mirror face or plane. Here's the face we want to mirror, and we're going to mirror that loft, and we're going to go, okay. Well, what is our problem now? We have a nice thing. It looks kind of like a ring, but it does not look like a bracelet. So what do we do? Well, first of all, let's just back off, and let's go back to this loft and open it up and take a look at how it was made. 3 different profile curves. This center profile one here needs to get kicked out a little bit so that we can define a larger radius in between here. So I'm going to go here to this sketch, and I'm going to say edit the sketch. I'm going to look normal to that sketch, and I'm just going to define a smart dimension between the edge of this and the origin. Right now it is 2.94. Let's just make that 3.5. It's going to kick it out a little bit, and we'll exit the sketch, and we will look at this thing in 3D. And it's looking a little bit wider, like it might fit around somebody's wrist, but not quite. So we're just going to get back in here, edit the sketch, dive in here to this dimension. We're going to say 4.25 and exit that sketch. It's going to update the loft, and now that thing is looking like it can actually fit around somebody's wrist. So that's good. Why don't we take a look at it here, and we can do anything we want at this point. We can go up here to the original top profile curve. We can edit that sketch, add a dimension. Maybe I want to make it a little bit thinner. It looks a little bit fat. It's at 2.9. Let's see. Let's make it 1.8. And I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. And then there we go. And then I'm going to try, let's just make it a little bit skinnier. There we go. We have it at 1.8 right now. Let's just make it 1.5. And that looks good. There we go. So this is how it works, guys. We create these things using profile curves, profile sketches, and then in order to edit the form, we edit the sketches. Same thing we've been doing all along. So this is a pretty good looking piece right here. Let's go ahead and flip on our zebra stripes. Take a look. There we go. We've got a nice clean transition here between these two surfaces here. You can see that there's no hiccup or deviation between those light stripes. We're very happy with it on both the top and the bottom. Turn that off. And just for fun, we'll go ahead and zoom in on this guy, and we will turn on our photo view 360, and we'll just do a quick render for you guys. And it's going to ask me to go to perspective. I'll say fine. Everything should shut down and turn gray real quick, and next thing you know, we have a nice, beautiful, well-designed part created using lofts. So there we go, guys. I want you guys to all experiment in your own way. Show me some creativity with this tool. This is one of the more advanced tools of SolidWorks, and we are getting into some really fun stuff now where we're creating some very attractive organic shapes, something that a lot of people assume SolidWorks can't do. But as you see, with the Loft tool and a little bit of patience, you can make some very beautiful stuff. And this thing is ready to go for 3D printing. We are all set with it right there. So I'll just shut down this photo view 360, and I'll just go save as. First of all, what I'll do is I'll go here to my evaluate tab, and I'll just go mass properties, and I'll take a look. I have 51 cubic inches, so I did not apply too many dimensions when I made this thing. and is absolutely gigantic. So I'm going to have to rebuild this thing at a more appropriate scale. But if I were to 3D print this, I would just go Save As. Down here in the Save As Type part, I would go to STL, and I would just name this thing Brace 1111. Just an example. You, of course, will want to use your correct naming structure. Hit Save. It's going to create triangles and polygons out of your piece. Hit Yes, and then you just email that part to Chris Parcell at rpstudio@rpstudio.com, cca.com, and you're good to go. This thing will print right out. It is completely solid, as we see there. So good luck with this one, guys. This is an advanced topic, so don't be surprised if you find yourself frustrated and having a lot of lofts fail on you, but that is the game we're playing. So keep your head up and keep trying. And as always, email me with any questions. All right, have a nice day, and I'll see you in class on Wednesday.